Hello YouTube, how's it going? Retro Day Nintendo back again, and yes, I know it's been a little while. Had a lot going on at home. Yeah, just a bit of family problems really. So yeah, been a bit quiet, haven't been around much, haven't done a video for a couple of weeks again. So yeah, just want to apologise really. For the last kind of month or so, I've kind of been a bit off. Not felt myself, been a bit down, run down, ill. Yeah, so all those kind of things. So not trying to start a negative, but just want to kind of let you know really that, you know, what's going on. It's still kind of going on, but it's kind of coming to the end of it, I suppose. So just want to keep you in the loop what was going on really. So yeah, apologies for that. But yeah, I'm back again, and I'm back with a bang. So I've got some stonking stuff to show. So I've basically got some Super Nintendo games. I bought a load off of Pete's SNES a little while ago. Just haven't got around to showing them yet. I've got other things obviously that were coming up before then. So I'm now going to start showing these, and I've also got a trade I'm going to show you. So, pardon me, still got the cough. The cold's gone, but cough can't get rid of it. So basically, how this trade actually started was I had some games on eBay. I'm probably going back 6 weeks ago, maybe longer than that. I can't, yeah, it's been a while. So anyway, I had some games on eBay. I had a message from a seller asking if I can combine the postage and combine postage. I said yeah, no problem. And then he said, whereabouts am I? And because he said, yeah, he on his account he said he's kind of in my area. So I told him like the part of the postcode. He then come back saying, no, I'm in that postcode. So it's kind of strange. So I said, alright, then we worked out that basically he lives 10 minutes up the road from me. So I said, well, if you want, I said, we can bundle it up, you don't have to pay any postage, and I'll deliver them, you know, to you. I'll drive them to you if you want. I'll come deliver them, because he said he doesn't drive, so I said, I'll come and deliver them. So yeah, he said, no, yep, no problem. So we agreed on a price, and I brought the games round to him, cash done. So I thought, result. And then I started chatting to the guy. His name's Duncan, so I started chatting to him in his kitchen, dining room. Yeah, his dining room. Just a bit about gaming and, you know, do you collect and this, that, the other. So started having a chat about that, and he said, yeah, he's collecting as well, Nintendo stuff. Well, yeah, mainly Nintendo things really. USA, NES and SNES, which is basically the same as me, which is really strange. So there's this other guy, 10 minutes up the road from me, basically collecting the same things I do, which I think is pretty awesome. So kind of like, you know, hit it off straight away, like, you know, with things to talk about, talking about YouTube and talking about, you know, do I watch certain YouTubers? I said yeah. So then I told him that also I do videos. So yeah, it was mental. From what started out as an eBay sale, turned out to kind of strike up a bit of friendship with this guy. So obviously got his number, and then we were kind of texting each other about games and what we do and what we collect and this, that, the other. So we were texting each other for a few days afterwards, and you know, I said perhaps we should arrange perhaps a meet up, maybe do a gaming night or something. So he was like, yeah, definitely. No, you know, that sounds great. So we finally actually got together last weekend. So yeah, so this is Saturday today, the 22nd of November, by the way. So this was last Saturday. Yeah, last Saturday. When I picked him up, came round, we'd already arranged another deal on a couple of other games I was getting rid of. And he had an item that I wanted. He showed me his collection in his house. And pardon me, I spotted something that I liked, I had my eye on. Now it's a box game, but he's not collecting box games, he's collecting USA, PAL and SNES loose carts, which suits me well because I'm actually selling my loose carts to buy box complete versions of the games. So kind of, I've already done, I think I've sold them about 2 or 3 sets of games, which is working out a bit of a result, because obviously I haven't got to eBay them. They're going to another collector that's local, so it's, you know, everyone's a winner really. So he had this item on his shelf, and I asked him about it. He said, yeah, you know, maybe one day I'll let it go, whatever. So he brought it round last weekend, and we got a few games together that he was interested in, fired a few figures across, and I worked out a bit of cash. Worked out the deal with a bit of cash my way, plus this item, or box. It's basically a game box. So I've got the game already, and I had the game in those plastic universal game cases. So obviously if I can upgrade that to a boxed complete version, then even better. So what I did was I sold a few games. I've got 55 quid cash and this item. So I have now got a boxed, not complete with less with manual, but I've got the box for Mighty Final Fight for the NES. So I already had the game, as I said before, in a universal game case. So I got just the box and put my game in. So it's all in there, just minus the manual. So I used to track a manual down for it. Box is in reasonably good condition. Let's see if I can show you. There you go. So I think it's got a little bit of fading on the bottom. Not too sure if that's fading or not, that's how it's supposed to be, but it's a different colour to the rest of it. So a little bit of crush on the side. So yeah, there's a bend or fold there. I think that line, I've had games like that before, I think that's where they're in the box and they're new and they put the blade across the top of the box. So I'm pretty sure that's how they do that. And on the back, it's pretty good. It's got a couple of little holes there. I think he said that this was once pinned up on a wall. Can't quite remember what he said now. But yeah, so Duncan, I know you should be watching. I think you're watching. Cheers, mate. Again, appreciate the trade for the box and obviously and you having the games. And yeah, it was great to see you, and no doubt we'll meet up again soon. So there we go. Mighty Final Fight box on. So track a manual down, and that'll be box complete. But some of these others that are in cases, I think I'll ever get complete. But it was nice to yeah, get another game boxed up. So Mighty Final Fight for the NES. So that completes that part of the video, the story about the NES. So now we're going to move on to Super Nintendo stuff, which I've got for Pete. So I've got a few bits and pieces off him, but I'm going to do them in like other videos because it's just too much to do it in one go. So yeah, so all of these, apart from one at the end, which I'll save till last, are upgrades from my cartridge only versions. So these games I've already had, or I'm selling or sold my cart variants. So these are all now box complete versions, USA. So first one is Super Star Wars for the American Super Nintendo, in pretty nice condition, light crushing. So this is a game that I used to play a lot around my best friend's house when I was a kid. He had the game, I didn't actually have the game, but I used to play it around his a lot. It's a really good game, but it is difficult. I can't think how far I've got now. I can't think off the top of my head how far I got, but I definitely got about 4 or 5 levels in, and yeah, it just gets really hard, and then you start getting pissed off with it and turn it off. When did I last play this? I played this fairly recently. I reckon it's in the last 2 or 3 months. Yeah, I think I played this then. Oh god, how did I get off? I think I got on the second level and give up, because if you're familiar with this game, you do first level in the sand, and then you get to the oh god, my brain is not working. That level anyway, and then you move on to a level where you have to, it's like a tank, and you have to keep on jumping across the platforms and things shooting out, and you have to basically work your way along like this to the top. But if you fall, you just basically, if you don't land, you'll fall on the bottom, and it's so frustrating. I think I got to there and then turned it off. But yeah, really used to love playing this game, and again, I've completed the trilogy of these now, and I think I've shown you one I got from Jay, and the other one's behind me. So Super Star Wars, great game for Super Nintendo, and yeah, one day I'll finish it. Next up is a sequel to a game I showed in my previous video I got off of Daz at Play Nation. So I've got Street Fighter 2 off of Daz, and I have got a USA box complete Street Fighter 2 Turbo as well. So I've got the PAL, my PAL copy is in the Street Fighter 2 Turbo SNES box, and this is the one that I shall be using. So yeah, it's in really nice condition. There we go. I think it's ever so slightly faded on that edge, just slightly, compared to the rest of the box. It's only slight, but you know, I can live with that. Again, all otherwise in very, very good to mint condition, near mint condition. Classic beat 'em up. Nothing else to say about it other than that it is an absolute classic of a game and Super Nintendo title. So really, really pleased to have that on box complete. Yeah, so next one is quite a hard one to find on USA copy, box complete. And I've got the PAL version. It isn't worth a great deal, I don't think. I think of the cartridge I've got, it's worth like a tenner. But a box one's 30, and this one's a lot harder to find. I'm trying to think. I don't think I didn't. Do you know what? I don't even search what it was. I got it off Pete anyway, and he said to me that it's quite hard to find box complete, and that is Legend. So it's a different, completely different cover art to the PAL version. The PAL one's like a red box, and it's got a guy on the front with a sword. So this is a different. You might not recognise what the game is, but if you look up Legend, you should see it's like it plays like Golden Axe. So I should give you a quick overview of the box. So it's in really, really mint condition all the way around. Let's see if we can show you some screenshots so you might recognise what the game is then. So it's a side-scrolling, like side-scrolling beat 'em up, slash 'em up kind of game, bit like Golden Axe on the Mega Drive. That's kind of how I describe it, kind of like medieval, you know, swords fighting kind of game. Pick up the gold, yeah. It's a really good game. I used to play this game, but not this version, the PAL version back in the day. I got it out of a game shop in town, and I used to really, really enjoy playing it. And then obviously just have it box complete is even better. So that's Legend. And if you haven't played it, it's well worth picking up. Yeah, fantastic Super Nintendo title to add to the collection. Next up is another Super Nintendo classic. And I do want to get the PAL version box complete because that's the one I had back in the day. But it's nice to have this one for the USA set, and that is Star Fox. So everyone knows about Star Fox. Well, I'd like to think you do if you're watching this channel. There we go. It's all in really nice condition, and it's just nice to have this variant as well. A classic game. I used to love. I still do love playing this game, and I have done a gameplay of this one as well, I think last year. Really, really, really love Star Wing, Star Fox, whatever you want to call it. Fantastic, fantastic game. And it's the first game I ever played that had this FX chip that was all the rage back in the day. You know, now, I mean, look at it now, I think, oh my god, it looks kind of awful, but it's kind of, it's just a unique visual style for the Super Nintendo, and you know, to have kind of like a 3D, almost like you're flying into like, you know, you're kind of going forward in the game. It was just unheard of back then. You know, it was normal 2D side-scrolling kind of system, but to have a game where you were like flying and moving around, it's just something completely new. And this game just, yeah, it was really, really something back in the day. I still enjoy playing it now. Yeah, nothing to say about it really, other than it's an absolute classic. I think everyone would agree. I'm sure most of you watching have probably played it. So that is Star Fox on the Super Nintendo. Now for the next special entry, this is the unofficial, kind of unofficial sequel, and this is Star Fox 2. I mean, I haven't introduced it any other way than that. So this is a reproduction cart, box complete, from Time Warp Games, which have since stopped trading, unfortunately. So Star Fox 2 was technically a finished game. The story was, I think, that they finished it, but because it was so close to the N64 coming out, they cancelled it. Someone got hold of the ROM and obviously made the Super Nintendo version happen. I think they had to change the ending of the game. I can't remember. I had this conversation with Pete, and Pete kind of gemmed me up a little bit on it. But it is the full game as far as I understand. It's quite short and it's pretty easy, to be fair, but it's really, really interesting to see what happened after Star Fox and where they were looking to go with it, and it's really, really good to play through. And I played it my first time, completed it my first time round, but I really did enjoy playing it. And again, I will do a gameplay of this at some point. So it is a reproduction box, but obviously because it never officially came out, there's no way I can do anything else about that. So there's a side, it says there's Time Warp games there, and there's the back. Now this version is the Doom edition, and because they did a Doom edition, they did as a standard edition, and the Doom edition, the Doom cartridges have a better chip inside. It's like FX2 chip, I think it's called, and it, when there's a lot going on the screen, it doesn't slow down and it runs a lot faster and better than the standard version. But they only did a limited number of the Doom edition versions. I don't know exact numbers, but I know these are a lot harder to get, and this is one that Pete obviously bought when they were doing them, and yeah, fortunately for me, I've managed to snag it off him, and I'm really, really pleased to have it. So I'm just going to show you what the cartridge looks like. So it's a red cartridge, as is. So this was once an original Doom cartridge, and it's now had the Star Fox 2 chip stuck on it. So it plays really, really well, works absolutely fine, and I'm really, really happy to add this one in the collection. But yeah, I will do a gameplay of this at some point, so you can all kind of see what it's all about. So that is Star Fox 2. So that is it for this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed, and again, I'm back with some more Super Nintendo games, hopefully in the near future. I'm also waiting for a package from the States. Some of you may know what that is if you're in contact with me on Facebook quite a bit. Yeah, kind of anxious to get it really. It's due like any day, but being now it's Saturday, it's not going to come to at least sometime next week. But hopefully it won't be too long. Really, really happy to, you know, have that when it arrives. So I'm kind of, you know, holding my breath for it. When it comes, I'll be doing a special video on that, and I'm hoping that's going to be my next video. Otherwise, it'll be a SNES one again. But again, this package should arrive next week. It should have arrived really, I think, like Thursday, Friday, just gone, but it hasn't. So fingers crossed it will turn up, and I shall get it by next week, and then I should do a video for that. Again, guys, apologies for the lack of comments and videos and everything else, but yeah, family comes first, and I've got a bit of free time today. I want to get another video out there to you guys, and yeah, it's been great doing another video, and I shall catch you again soon. Take it easy, see you in a bit.